Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the 3 marker challenge. So this is a very highly done challenge in the art YouTube atmosphere in the, on the YouTubes. I had a comment on my last video, somebody requesting it, and you know what? I have an idea for next week's video, but I didn't have one for this week, and I was like, you know what, why not? Let's go with it. Now, this is my marker collection currently. I have a mix of these Azure markers, which I did a review on, link in the cards, and then I have a lot of Winsor Newton Promarkers, and then I have a few Copic markers, Copic sketches. You have to trust me when I say I'm closing my eyes, turning it around so I don't know which, because that way I don't know where the colors are. By the way, if you like this marker organization thingy, I have a video where I made this as well. I promise my eyes are closed, and I promise I don't know what any of these markers are. We have this color. Maybe I want to. Oh. I already know, just by the feeling of the tubes, I know I have one Winsor Newton, one Azure, so I'm going to feel around and try and pull out one of my Copic sketches. Yeah, okay. So this will be kind of interesting because we'll have one of each marker. Alright, I am now opening my eyes. Oh my goodness. These are not markers I use often. They're all very dark. I tend with markers to, want a little bit of difference and vibrance. These are all very, very dark and very, very saturated. I want to do a couple of swatches. I use the Strathmore marker paper. I don't want to waste this whole piece of paper just for my testing, so I think I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Let me swatch these. This will be kind of interesting because that is definitely not as dark as it is on the barrel. But this will be kind of interesting because I'll have, one of each brand of marker. You guys can really see how they mix together. Ooh. That's pigment, alright. I want to mix the brown and green together, see if we get anything interesting out of that. Ooh, these are just all so dark. I'm worried about there being contrast. I had this bedroom at one point where I painted the walls purple and then the bottom half of the walls green, and then I dipped my stamps into green paint. Like stamps of hearts and flowers and like some that said like BFF. I dipped them in paint and then I stamped them on the purple part of the wall. It was cringy. Okay, so I noticed when I mix the purple and green, you get this like almost near black color in there, so that could potentially work to our benefit. Now I'm going to see how it looks when I layer the same color on top of itself. How well that stands up to the test in terms of for shading and whatnot. Like, there's something about when you're using Copics, like when the ink goes down, you can just kind of tell it's more expensive. Alright, there's the idea. Before I move over to the marker paper, I want to kind of just play around with this. The markers interact kind of not perfect on my sketchbook paper. I could see myself giving her some like purple hoops. Ooh. Green hair. I know that I have the option of putting the marker on the plate and with taking the alcohol with a paintbrush, but I'm out of alcohol. I don't have alcohol, so I'm gonna have vodka. I don't know if that would work. It's flavored vodka, so there's like sugar and stuff in it. I feel like it would make my paper sticky. I think I wanna try something new. And since it's something new, you can't judge me if it doesn't work out. Kinda just wanna draw with pencil, erase it lightly with my kneaded eraser, then color, and then go over that with my fine liners. That's about all I need in terms of sketching. Erase it away. So now that I have used my kneaded eraser to get rid of the darkest of my pencil lines, I'm gonna go ahead and start coloring it, and then after that I'm gonna go into fine liner. I've been having a hard time with my fine liners smudging. Granted, all of these are darker colors, so probably wouldn't be super prevalent here in this, but alas, I must say I do kind of have a preference for the brush pens. I've been using my Copics a little bit more recently than in the past, and I just kind of gotten a little used to having the brush pen. Oh, this is turning out a little streakier than I want it to. And I think it's because I'm using a chisel tip. You know, something I really like to do is go over alcohol marker with color pencil. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and start adding in a little bit of my next layer of depth in the brown tones over top of the eyebrows. I'm gonna go in with purple in some areas. Yes, I was not made for this whole 3 marker thing. Maybe next time I'll do a 3 pencil challenge. That's coming together. Oh, this is kind of stressing me out. Should I start by just filling it in, right? Go like this, I can get some fun texture in there. I need to incorporate some purple into this hair. Would you guys kill me if I used this marker instead of this one? They're literally like the same exact color. It's just this one's the Copic one, so it's got a brush. Doing it. That's it. I'm done with that one. Just really needed a brush marker, guys. Oh, I'm trying to think. I think if I do okay. I'm gonna go in with the markers now, and then based on what it looks like from there, I will decide if I want to do some more shading on the skin. This drawing is giving me Amethyst from Steven Universe vibes. Alright, now I just need to do the hair and the tank top. I could stop here, but alas, I do not want to. It feels incomplete. I want to shade it a bit more, and I just drew outside the line. I feel like it's looking a little bit better now. Need to add in a few eyelashes. I think I want to give it a background, but I'm going to use a color that wasn't in my 3 colors. I'm not going to give it a very complex background, so don't freak out. Just a little shape. I'm going to do a lavender. in. Oh my god. It died. Alright, never mind. We'll do a pale green. Oh, yikes. Lavender would have looked so nice too. Oh my god, that looks horrible. It almost looked really cute. Should I just go in with the dark purple and do that? Ugh, probably just not gonna look very good. Guys, I apparently just suck at and hate art challenges because I feel like I'm always either A, cheating, B, talking bad about them, or C, not doing them right on purpose. Okay, I'm probably gonna scan this into my computer and change the color of this here background situation. See, well, if you were mad about me using that color, lavender color, well, today's your lucky day because it didn't work, and here I am using the appropriate color again. I'll sign it over here, and let's call that definitely done. I'm not the biggest fan of markers, as I've talked about already, and beyond that, I'm not the biggest fan of these colors of markers. I like the colors. I like them together. At the end of the day, I just wish I could have used more markers. I would have liked to give her some blushy cheeks, but I didn't have a red. I would have liked to have had colors that blend a little bit better so I can give it a little bit more dimension, as well as give it a different color background. All that being said, I'm not too mad about how this turned out, you know? I'm probably going to put her on my Redbubble anyway. Just gonna do a couple of minor adjustments on Photoshop.